Nerdvengers. And then came a day unlike any other. I'm on my mother flippin' blinky way. Woo! Yeah. Oh, yeah. What's up, everybody? On my way to Nerdvengers Tower as we speak. And it's the day before, the night before Christmas. And by Christmas, I mean the Star Wars Kenobi show. Did we get what we wanted? Did Star Wars Santa deliver what we desired? Or did we get coal? I think we'll know soon. And I'm excited to talk about it. Excited to get into it. We're going to have a fun stream. We're going to do our usual over and under. Talk about some speculation. And we're also going to do a giveaway for some dope Star Wars swag. Whew. It's going to be a good day. I'm flying into the tower. I'll see you in a second. Hang on, chat. No, I'm not done. Run that back. You know, it's just so cute. I just love the vibe. Yeah. Man, nobody knows what it means, but it's provocative. It gets the people going. What's up, everybody? Welcome to the show. Welcome to the stream. Kenobi. I was hoping for Kenobi. Why are you here? We're going to talk about it, man. We are going to talk about it. We're going to get into all the details. And I see a lot of people asking in chat, so let me take it down a couple notches. Sorry, I was just like... Sometimes you fly in that Iron Nerd suit, man. You got the music bumping. You know, the energy's crazy. It's just very hard to kind of bring it back down, but let's bring it back down. Let's bring it back down. Bring it all the way down. Bring it down. Bring me down. Bring it down. Bring it down. Bring it down just a little bit. Bring it down. Bring it down. Bring it up. Bring it up. Bring it up. Bring it up, up, down a little, down, up, down, up. Okay, there we go. Okay, let's address the elephant in the room. Yes, there was no Nerd Theory last night. Theory was helping a buddy out with something. And so, therefore, we were unable to stream. But I'm pretty sure we're going to make it up to you guys. I feel bad because last week, we left like a ton of Super Chats just kind of hanging there as well. And so, yeah, I think we'll do a makeup stream at some point this week. I'm not really sure. I don't have the details yet. I'll hit Theory Boy up about it later, and we'll see what's going on. But, yeah, I think it's, either way, it's going to be fine. I'm hoping we can make it up at this week. If not, maybe we'll make it up next week or something like that. Okay, so yeah, no big deal, nothing crazy going on. There's always conspiracy theories like Theory out doing drag racing in his Lamborghini, racing for pink slips like it's Fast and the Furious. I heard that one. Did Theory and I get into an actual lightsaber fight? And, much like in the show, is he the Kenobi to my Vader and just running away? and refusing to conflict, all these different conspiracy theories. Nah, nothing like that's going on, guys. We'll be back at it probably next week and maybe even later on this week as well. So check that out. I will say, too, on a side note, last night, randomly, right, before getting ready for Nerd Theory, Elise and I were watching Top Gun, the first one. We were playing some Marvel Snap. We were like, okay, let's put something on the telly. What should we put on? And we watched the first Top Gun. And, bro, as soon as I knew we weren't going to do Nerd Theory, I bought tickets for Top Gun Maverick. We went out to the theater last night and we watched Top Gun Maverick. Woo! Damn! The hype is real for that one. Very, very good film. Highly recommend it. Go check it out. And I'm actually going to do a Movie Bros video on Top Gun Maverick, like my full detailed thoughts on Movie Bros later today. So check that out later today. And yeah, all I'll really say is I actually have a lot to say about the film. So I think it should be a good video, and I really did like it as well. Okay. Is there anything else? Anything else show notes wise? Chet? Check. Chet, help me out here. Chet? Nothing? Okay. Okay, guys. Kenobi. Episode 4. Oh, one other thing. Sorry, ADD brain. One other thing is that this Saturday at 7 p.m., if you are a member, we're going to do our usual stream tomorrow at noon for the members. But if you are a channel member, Saturday evening at 7 p.m., we're going to do a watch party, and we're going to watch the Tarkovsky Clone Wars. Okay, so the 2D animation Clone Wars that predates Dave Filoni's Clone Wars. I think it happened in 2003, around that time period. But it's been a long time since I've watched that, so we're going to do a watch party for that Saturday at 7 p.m. So check that out if you are a member. Okay, so let's get into this. Let's start by, I want to look at the chat, and I want to get a sense for where is your hype level at, generally speaking, guys? Where is your hype level at for episode 4 of Kenobi? Out of 10. Give me it. Give me. Okay, slow down. You're going too fast. That's too many numbers. I can't. Can you go one at a time, please? Okay, so 6, 4, 7s, 3s. A lot of 8s, 9s, 7s, 4s. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Damn, there's a lot of low ones there in a sequence. You guys must have planned that out. Okay, so I'm seeing a mixed vibe here for Kenobi. I think generally speaking, although the majority of folks are pretty positive on Kenobi, I do think that there's a growing undercurrent of folks that were just not that hot on it, and I would say this kind of ranges between folks that are really think it's trash to people like me that I don't think it's trash, but episode 3 was not what I was looking for. That's not the droid I was looking for. And yeah, so about halfway through Kenobi, I'm pretty lukewarm on it. Luke Skywalker warm, maybe, right? But, look, here's the truth. I did that same old thing I always do with Star Wars and with content in general, right? Is that despite my passionate feelings about last week's episode, and just generally speaking, what I think they're going to do with the show, I find myself, around Sunday, I found myself starting to, again, get really interested, excited, and anticipate what was going to be happening in episode 4. And I think for me, we're going to talk about different things that could be happening in the show, fun little plot points, ways the story could go. For me, and I don't know if anybody is on this same, Luke Soka warm. Nice, I like that. I don't know if anybody's on the same page as me with this. After I explain it, put a 1 into the chat if you're on the same page as me here. I'm generally speaking looking for episode 4 to just be a good episode. And to me to kind of be okay, this is functionally good narrative television and shit like that, right? Because if I'm being honest, for me personally, I feel like the first episode is the strongest. The second episode was good. And the third episode, while having absolutely incredible stuff in it, right? Like the beginning of Vader, all that, Quinlan Voss name drop, all this awesome stuff. It's pretty uneven as an episode. And I just want to be like, I guess what I'm saying is I would like this episode to be just like really, really well directed, to have incredible character moments, to feel like I want to get done with this episode and be like, we're back, baby. You know what I mean? For me personally, and just kind of feel like, oh man, like, yes, Deborah Chow is bringing that Deborah Chow goodness to this show, because I really, it's so surprising to me. And I wonder too, I mean, how do you guys feel about Deborah Chow's directing thus far in the episode? Because if I'm being honest, when I saw her stuff in Mando, man, like, I just think she's like incredible, dude. Like, I was like, dude, give her everything. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. And then what I saw in this show so far, it's been like wildly not great as far as directing, right? And I'm like, man, like, what's going on here? Like, what's the difference between what was going on in Mando and what's going on in this show? I mean, there's a couple of different differences, right away. Right? So number one, I mean, obviously John's writing in Mando season 1, and I really feel like Mando as a character and as a show, but really that season 1 had this really special vibe where, you could tell John had been working on this story and thinking about this for a long, long time, right? Because, as the story goes, Kathy comes to him asking for help with streaming, not even from necessarily a content perspective, but maybe from a strategy perspective. And John's like, not only do I have thoughts, I have a story, right? So this is something that he had been thinking about for a long time. And so there's really just something special about the story and the writing in that season. So it's like, on the one hand, like, John's writing was likely just so on point in the Deborah Chow directed episodes that she had incredible stuff to work from. I think on the other point, it's like John and Dave being very, very involved in the entire process of Mando perhaps just allowed her, like, sort of like the confidence and the ability to really, really shine in the show. I'm thinking personally here of a few of my, like, sort of least favorite scenes in the series so far. And I can imagine being Deborah and looking at the teleplay or the script and being like, how the fuck am I going to make this interesting? Like the Leia chase scene, for instance. Like, I don't know how you direct a scene like that as it's written without it just seeming like really goofy. You know what I mean? And kind of out of place. Like, I remember immediately watching that and being like, that should be cut. Like, that should not be in that show. Like, they should have done something different. Maybe she just gets a dart when she steps outside or something. Something like that, right? So I can, maybe some of the unevenness for me is the writing, but here's like sort of the other side of that, right? Is that, well, to be fair, a lot of stuff has been very, very well directed. Like the end scene of episode 2. Oh my God, incredible. Like the beginning of the Vader Kenobi conflict in episode 3. You know what I mean? Before they actually clash sabers, I actually think it's incredible. Very well done. And so there's like a lot of little moments that are really well directed. Maybe it's just the fact that episodes 4, 5, and 6 are really where all of that juice matters. And it could have been a thing where through her lens or her perspective, the beats that we're about to see in episode 4 and the beats that are coming in 5 and 6 are just way more important. So, like, you might say, like, oh, well, you're making excuses for, like, lackluster content or whatever. Maybe, but I think really it's just that I'm trying to make sense of it as a fan because Deborah's so fucking talented that it's like, this is not really up to par with what I thought we would be getting, right? So, I find myself at this place where I've never been before as a fan, and that is being way too hyped up about the possibilities of episode 4. And so I just kind of wanted to touch on that because I really want to be reminded why we were so hyped up about Deborah being in this position. I want to be reminded of just what she can do cinematically and achieve within this world. So I'm hoping that episode 4 will be a much tighter episode. And even if crazy things don't happen, because for me, like I said, episode 1 is my favorite episode. Episode 1's my favorite episode. And it's not like, it doesn't even have the most intriguing stuff happening in it. I just find it to be the best directed, well-rounded episode. And I'm really hoping that episode 4 will do that. Now, to take it even a step further and be like just, you know, obviously overhyping myself and way too fanboy dreaming, if this episode could stand toe-to-toe with some of the episodes in Stranger Things Season 4, now we're talking, baby. You know, like, is that so wrong? You know, answer me in chat right now. Is it so wrong to want and to hope that episode 4 of Kenobi will be incredible television, super fire, and stand toe-to-toe with the Stranger Things Season 4 shit? Is it wrong? Is it wrong to hope? Is it wrong to desire? I want greatness. So basically, fast forward to later tonight where I'll be disappointed. And also, what the hell is going on with my hair today? I knew I should have worn a hat. I didn't shower or do anything, and the hair's all, like, flat here. I don't even know what's going on up there. I feel like there should be a bird's nest in my hair or something. Anyway. So, cut your damn hair again. Hey, you don't say that. Okay, so that's as far as my hope for the episode, just the vibe and, like, the production and all that shit, right? Like, come on, man. Like, let's just have a fire-ass episode. You know what I mean? Like, y'all mind if we have just a fire-ass episode? Like, would that be too much to ask if we had a fire-ass episode? Because that's what I'm hoping for. Fire-ass episode. Let's go. Okay, now let's talk about, like, plot line, like, what the hell's going on here. And we're going to get into over-unders. I'm excited. Oh, keep my expectations low. That's Stephen P. says you're overhyping again, dude. Just going with low expectations? No! I refuse. Anyway, okay, let's talk about, like, what's going to happen. I do believe that, like, the one thing, and this isn't, like, leaks or spoilers or whatever. I mean, I guess it kind of is or whatever. There's a lot of evidence to suggest that Rupert Friend as the Grand Inquisitor is coming back, right? Like, apparently he's going to be on Good Morning America this week. You know, we had comments made yesterday by the writer saying, like, well, canon is very important to us. We don't break canon, so I'll just say that. You know what I mean? As a response to, you know, the Grand Inquisitor and the canon questions, right? So, I actually think this would be a particularly good episode for him to come back. You know what I mean? I would actually really, really like that if he came back. And I'm really hoping, like, for real, that Reva in this episode has some obstacles that she has to overcome. Like, at this point, like, I'm just begging for this character to not be treated with kid gloves and for her to actually struggle and, like, because I'm just seeing, like, a pattern of, like, really weird writing for this character. And a lot of her sort of drive, backstory, conflict, like, what she wants is shrouded in mystery and also happened in the past. And so, like, it's kind of difficult to, like, for me, like, I'm being, like, totally open and, like, I'm open to this character. Like, 100% open to this character, right? But I'm just not getting anything that's, like as sort of childish as it seems, to watch a character struggle to get what they desire is how an audience is endured to a character. I've talked about this a million different times. And so I think, you know, bringing the Grand Inquisitor back and having Reva have to confront that and possibly confront Vader being manipulative to the Inquisitorian and stuff like that, like, I actually think that would be great. And so I'm hoping for something like that for that character, for the Inquisitors, and, you know, that sort of situation. I also want Vader to still be a part of the show, right? Like, I wouldn't want Vader to swing in like he does in episode 3 and then just be absent from episode 4. I feel like that would be weird, especially because I have really come to believe that the reason he lets Kenobi go is because he needed to roast some marshmallows on that fire. Like, let me show you guys. This has been a really funny meme. Let me see if I can find this. Because this is why. Yeah, here we go. Here we go. You know, because there's been a lot of discussion and debate, heated debate, you might say, about why Vader didn't go after Kenobi. And here's the actual reason. It's hard to catch this. It's only there for a couple of frames, but if you look at it, it's absolutely in the show. He had a marshmallow. Like, I know, it's really random. It's really random, but this is how it is when you're a Sith Lord, right? You know, underneath that cape are a lot of different things. One of them was a marshmallow and a stick. And, like, look, I know, you know, he lost all his limbs, you know, dark side, and he's really, really mad at Kenobi. But, bro, everybody knows that if you've got a marshmallow and a perfect stick, like one of those perfect sticks, like, have you ever been camping before and everybody's like trying to make up their own stick or whatever, and then like there's this one person that's just like they got the perfect stick for it, right? So he's got this perfect stick, and she blasts the fire. And by the way, I have no idea how she was able to make the fire way bigger than Vader made the fire, but who cares about that? Let's not get hung up on that. The reality is, he saw Kenobi, you know, revenge, dark side, and all this, but he had the perfect stick, a marshmallow, and an incredible fire. Okay? So, obviously, he had to chill for a second. You know, I don't even know how he eats this marshmallow, if I'm going to be honest with you. But that's what, you know, this is the theory. This is, you know, this is what we do. Again, go check it yourself. It's just a couple of frames. It's just a couple of frames. But then you see it. But no, in all seriousness, the reason I think that he actually didn't go after Kenobi was because he realized Kenobi was getting help, and he was like, oh, I'm going to squash that shit too. You know what I mean? Like, I'm going to squash that shit too. So if that is indeed the case, he needs to be in the episode. He needs to be there to be able to talk about what was happening. We need an explanation, and he needs to still hover over this whole thing. Like, it would be so crazy to me if he wasn't in the episode. Like, for real, for real. I also think, because I thought about this too. Did anybody have a thought? Let me know. Yes or no. Did you have a thought about episode 4 where you were like, I wonder if there's actually going to be very little Kenobi in this episode? Anybody else had that thought? Yes or no? Let me know. Am I crazy? Anybody else like sitting there thinking like about the possible plot lines and stuff? And then you're like, I wonder if there's not going to be Kenobi in the episode. Okay, so some yes, some no. Okay. So I started to think like, man, like, what if there's not a lot of Kenobi in the show? And then I was like, dude, no fucking way. It's the Kenobi show, right? I was like, dude, there's no way they're going to do that. It's the Kenobi show. He has to be in it. And he has to be actually not just in it, but the main fucking character and be doing a lot of shit, right? And so where that naturally took me was, well, then he's got to be on Jabim, right? Like, he's got to be on Jabim. Like, that's where they take him after this episode. Like, Droid Dude and Game of Thrones lady are like, we've got to get him to Jabim, right? Because if not, I'm actually expecting the episode to pull up and it's fucking Din Djarin. You know what I mean? Like, at this point, like, shit, man, maybe we'll take 2 episodes of Din Djarin. And then we'll go back into, you know, Vader and Kenobi and all that sort of stuff. If it's not going to be that, then it's got to be Kenobi. We've got to be explaining what's going on with Jabim and all that, right? And to be honest with you, like, Jabim and Jedi, Quinlan Voss, you know, The Way, all these different concepts, ideas, dude, that's where the juice is at for me. Like, regardless of how I feel about episode 3, Quinlan Voss name drop, let's go. Are you kidding me? The possibility of The Way being further outlined, you know, going to Jabim, seeing the start of the Partisans, other Force sensitive being gathered, like, I'm in. And so I'm all about it, and I'm pretty excited and hopeful. And I guess what I'm saying is, you know, regardless of, you know, how we got here, I find myself at the precipice of episode 4. where we'll be over the halfway point for the show. And I find myself being, frankly, way too hyped up. Let's go. Okay, let's do some over-unders. Got a list right here. Let's do some over-unders, baby. Let me end this poll, and we'll get into it. Vader let him go because he remembered the old days. Man, that's like my least favorite explanation. Because there are some people who were saying, like, he had a moment of doubt. It's like, okay, so he's literally snapping necks and cashing checks, walking down the street. But yeah, no, he felt really bad. Like, he dragged him through the fire, and he was in his head, he was like, that's a little much even for us. You know what I mean? Like, no. The answer is no. I'll tell you this. If that's legitimately the explanation, I will, like, no cap, turn the episode off during the watch party. I will turn the episode off if that happens. I'll turn this fucking car around. Okay, ready? Over under 66% chance that Vader not going after Kenobi is explained. What do you think? What do you think? Just make it 69? I should. I went with 66, though. Bro, no way. You're beginning to sound like a separatist. These beats ain't bad. Okay, let's see here. What? Dude, you guys never fail to amaze me on this. Okay, like... Dude, I love doing these over-unders. I look forward to these Tuesdays, man. I look forward to these Tuesday streams. We've been having a good time with these. And I think mostly because you guys shock me. At least once every Tuesday, I throw something up there and you guys fucking shock me. You guys think it's over, or under rather, a 66% chance. 60% of you think, it's not a sure thing. It's basically what you're saying, dude. Are you kidding me? Like, literally, think about what that means. 60% of you are basically saying, it's not a sure thing. They might not. Oh, you think they're going to explain why the Dark Lord of the Sith, who had just started that fire and put it out, just sat there? Would it surprise me? Yes, it would. It would surprise me. Like, I understand where that question... I understand the spirit of that question because some people are so down on Star Wars and so down on the show that they're like, bro, come on. But no, I do still have... I think they have to fucking explain it, dude. I feel like they have to. Bruh. If they don't explain that shit, oh my God. Okay, hang on. We have to do a side. We have to... Hang on now. For science sake, let's do a different poll. I need to know. Because maybe... Okay, hang on, guys. Hang on. Let's... Hold on to your butts. Hold on to your barts? Hold on to your barts. Okay, would you be mad if they did not explain Vader letting Kenobi go? Because I need to understand. Average Dune Enjoyer, welcome to the Nerd Ventures. You are a Nerd Venture now. Chris Andrews, welcome to the Nerd Ventures. You are a Nerd Venture now. By the way, as you guys are voting on that, I do want to say, Elisa and I are working on a really cool design for a t-shirt for Kenobi. So I know we don't have a Kenobi shirt out yet. We always like to do shirts for the different Disney Plus shows and stuff like that. I'm telling you, man, we got a really cool one working on it. So hopefully it'll be available next week. Okay, where's this poll at? What the hell is happening here? Okay, so because for a second there, I thought you guys were saying like, bro, no, they're not going to explain it, and nor do they need to, you toxic fan. But no, it seems as though the vast majority of you would be upset if they didn't explain it And yet most of you think that that's probably going to be the way that it is. Interesting. Interesting stuff. Peter Post says, I'm very toxic. Yeah, okay. Okay, well, okay, we had to sidebar that. I was like, what the fuck? Okay, anyway. I'm gonna go against the class on the first one. I actually do believe that they will explain it. I have not lost hope that they know about writing. So I think they'll explain it. All right, let's move on to the next one. Over under 40% chance the Grand Inquisitor is in this episode. Boom. Let me know. Let me know. Row! Toxic? That's kind of funny. Griff's Custom Lightsaber says, toxic? I am what Disney made me. Ooh, that's interesting. That's kind of fun. That's kind of a fun meme. Sidious gonna lecture Vader. Yeah. Wouldn't it be kind of funny, man? Like, imagine the episode starts and Sidious is there and he's just like, what do you mean you let him go? And Vader's just like, my master, I had the perfect stick and marshmallow. And the fire was big and scary. Yeah. Pretty hyped, huh? Pretty exciting stuff. Okay. Wow. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. 66% of you. 66% of you give it over a 40% chance that it'll show up. Feels like a lot of you guys are like, yeah, it'll show up. I feel like it's a decent chance. I feel like that too. I gotta be honest, I'm really hoping he comes back in this episode. Because, like, okay, let me just say this too. If he comes back in episode 5, like, what the fuck is he doing? He's gonna be in episode 5 for like what? He's in the show for like 5 and 6 and shit like that. I feel like this is the episode, man. Bring him back in this episode and let's shake it up, man. You know, feels like a Big Brother reality show where like somebody that kicked off the show in like week 1 comes back in like week 4 or 5 or something. Like, you know. I think that show would be awesome, man. Do it like The Office and have like Reva, you know, kind of like looking into the camera and just being like, I was not expecting this, you know, that kind of shit. Yeah. Well, look, we agree on that one. So we can actually agree on some stuff. That's nice. That's enough. All right, this one's more interesting. You're fulfilling your destiny. It was foretold you would have the perfect steak and marshmallow. Over under 66% chance. You might start to see a theme here. We see another Jedi in this episode. What do you think? Boom. It was foretold you would fry the best marshmallow. What do you think, ladies and gentle beings? Will it be the same Grand Inquisitor? I think so. It's Quinlan time. I like that, dude. I like that. Yeah. Flashbacks. Oh, man. He's going to Jabim, bro. I'm hoping he does. Stop it, Josh. Now I have high expectations. Welcome to my life. Welcome to my world. Excited to hear your thoughts on Super Chat. I will. Yeah, we'll get into Super Chats at the end of the stream as we always do. And I appreciate all the support. I will definitely go through them all. So look at this. 75% of you guys saying it's over 66% chance that we will see another Jedi. Dude, I'm on the same page. Like, I feel like when you have an episode, okay, because here's the thing. I think if you have another episode, or just in general, you have an episode where Kenobi says Quinlan was here, and then they describe like his shit and like how he's still involved, and there's all these other symbols, and there's this reveal to the Star Wars fandom that there was, after Order 66, something like an underground railroad for Jedi and Force sensitives. I think that when you introduce an idea like that, it definitely behooves you to pay that off and to have, like, what's the point of doing something like that and setting up that kind of a thread if you're not going to have other Jedi? Like, here's the thing, man. Jedi are fucking awesome. You know, lightsabers, the Force, the robes, the beards, the little twirly things that they have in their hair, all of it. Fantastic. Love it. Really cool. I'm going to be so salty if they set this thing up and then, like, nothing. You know what I mean? And then, like, you don't get anything. You know what I mean? Like, and I don't think that you will. I guess, like, I still have this belief and I still have this hope for the Kenobi show that there's so much juice, there's so much fire coming. You know what I mean? And I think this is the place for it. You know, a lot of people ask about Cal Kestis. I don't know about Cal Kestis. I would love for Cal Kestis to be in the show. There were some people speculating, by the way, that the kid from I think it was episode 2, that the kid from episode 2 that gets brought in front of Kamal, that dude is Corran Horn. Where my EU fans at? Corran Horn? Damn. You know what I mean? He ends up being like a Force-sensitive pilot. It's freaking awesome, dude. So, you know, I'm with you guys. You know what I mean? Like, over 75% of you guys are like, yeah, man, I feel like it's a very strong chance we're getting another Jedi in this episode, and I'm absolutely here for it. I think it would be really cool. I also think it could be a great way to inject a little bit of that hope and that juice for Kenobi. Because I think Quinlan will be played by Danny Trejo. I have never considered that, but now I really hope so. You know what I mean? I really hope so. Glup Shido? Oh, 100%. Glup Shido is showing up, and we will freak out when he does. Okay, so we're on the same page with that one. That's good to know. This kind of takes me into the next one, though. This one, I think, is going to be maybe a little controversial. Let's see. Over under 66%. You might. There's a theme here. I don't know if you can pick it out. Chance that Kenobi begins to get his mojo back. And for the uninitiated, here's the thing. Let me explain this to you. If you've never seen the Austin Powers movie, where Austin loses his mojo, it's this idea that the energy, the power, the gusto, the swagger, you know, whatever you want to call it, like the magic that surrounds a character that allows them to do amazing shit, that's like your mojo. You know what I mean? Like, you can call it all kinds of different stuff, but basically, man, here's where we're at. Kenobi just got absolutely, literally one of the most embarrassing efforts of a lightsaber fight I've ever freaking seen. He looked like he was shook. He didn't look confident. He did pretty much nothing. Man, total, absolute, just bitch boy, coward, fucking bad. It was bad, bro. It was bad. You know what I mean? It was bad. At this point in the story, I think it would be a good idea for Kenobi to start to get his mojo back. Now, I think that, you know, the other Jedi and or Force sensitives that could be on Jabim, that could be a very, like, that could be good. Like, I'll tell you right now, this shit ain't gonna happen, but this is definitely what I want. I'll just throw it out there as a fanboy wish. I want Quinlan to be there. I want Quinlan to like literally do a speech, motivational shit, and then I want a training montage. I want a Jabim training montage with Kenobi and Quinlan, lightsaber fighting, running some weird course, doing push-ups, freaking all of it, dude. I want all of it. I want Quinlan Vos to be like, you know, the Obi-Wan I knew wouldn't have got bitched out by Vader. You know what I mean? And like let's go, man. Maybe they start shooting steroids into their eyeballs, you know? Like, and Kenobi's like, is this regulated? You know, and Quinlan's like, yeah, stop being a bitch, and then just, you know, like we can fanboy dream, you know. So, either way it happens, I actually think it would be a really good idea if Kenobi like really started to get his groove back, to get his mojo back. I mean, at this point, like, yeah, like I understand the process of the character. Like, you've taken him into a pretty dark place, and he's broken. And he failed. You know, he failed big fucking time. Like, Vader just totally screwed him up. He has to begin to resemble the Kenobi of old. He has to, because the idea of an arc for Kenobi is that he goes from this place to the more Alec Guinness, you know, the Alec, just being more of that badass, that awesome knight from olden days, you know, and powerful. And if he really is going to beat Vader in a fight, like, let me just say this. How on earth is this man in 3 episodes going to get from where he's at now to where he's going to beat Darth Vader in a fight? I mean, it's going to take a lot of those steroids, basically. So, yeah, I think it would be very, very important for him to begin that journey this week. It seems like 80% of you agree. 80% of you say that it's a pretty good chance that Kenobi begins to get his mojo back in this episode, and I think we would all be pretty hyped up to see that. All right, last one for the day. Then we're going to do some giveaways. Then we're going to get into Q&A, okay? Over under 66% chance that Kenobi hears Qui-Gon. What do you think? Over, under? Over, under. Let your voice be heard. In this episode, yes. In this episode. Yeah. Both. What? I don't understand that. It's like right at 66, dude. Ooh, that's tough. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. Man. Look at this. 60% of you, again, say that it's a very good chance that he hears Qui-Gon in this episode. That is so interesting to me. I don't know that I'll probably go against this. I actually don't think it'll happen in this episode. But again, if we kind of look back at the list we just did and like where our sort of thoughts are, we do need Kenobi to shift. We need Kenobi to start to get his groove back. And we need the montage. We need the steroids. We need 6 sabers, you know, metal arms, all that. So it would be great if Qui-Gon did reach out to him. You know what I mean? Like, I could imagine him being like, Obi-Wan, it's me. I was literally rolling around in my grave after that pitiful performance. I mean, he really bitched you out. Are you serious? You know what I mean? And like starts to like just berate him and like come back and try to get him to understand like how horrible he was. You know what I mean? Like I think that would be useful. I think that would be super helpful. There's also, you know, rumors of flashbacks and something to do with Qui-Gon being connected to the flashbacks or something like that. So I do think it would be cool to get Qui-Gon speaking to him possibly on Jabim. Also, perhaps a very cool way to end episode 4. You know, in the same way that episode 2 ends with him reaching out to Anakin and there's, you know, that crazy Vader thing. What if we hear Qui-Gon's voice at the very end of episode 4? Perhaps a cool way to take us into the next one. You know what I mean? So it looks like the majority of you think that you will probably get that in this episode. I think if you do, maybe it'll be at the ending, but I'm gonna go under 66%. I don't think that's gonna happen. Okay. So yet again, another week of over-unders successfully handled. Thank you for playing. Much love to you all. Much love. Now let's get these giveaways going on, man. Where's the gosh dang Vader? And by the way, we do still have a couple of things to ship out. We are working on that this week, but yeah, everything should be shipped out either by the end of this week or sometime next week. And we've got a couple more cool things. I want to try to do something special for the finale, for a giveaway as well. But let me get this working here. Boom, 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 boom. Darth Vader. We'll start with this Darth Vader Funko Pop. Okay, so you know what? Let's do a little thing. Let's drop a little nerd coin on everybody, huh? How about this? I'll do 4,000 nerd coin to everybody that's watching right now. And so boom, there you go. There you go. Okay. So the first giveaway, we're going to start it right now. Boom. It is for this Darth Vader Funko Pop. It's a large one. He's pointing at you. We've talked about all kind of cool things that you can do with this Darth Vader here. Super fun. I also think the way the finger is pointing, like you can see it right there, right? Let's see if it's better on this one. Yeah, so you can see it right there where he's pointing. I also think you can actually take a little stick, okay, and take a mini marshmallow and put the stick out on the mini marshmallow, and have that, you know, as a memento of that ending there as well. So it costs $2,000 a ticket. You can enter up to 10 times. Free shipping only within the United States. Sorry, rules is rules. And yeah, this is the GameStop exclusive Darth Vader. Pretty chill. Pretty chill. I like this figure, actually. Super cool. Super cool. Darth Vader. Super cool Darth Vader. And then for the next one, we only have 3 more of these. And they were held up, like, you guys told me about this. I actually wasn't aware of this. But you guys hit me up and you were like, yeah, there were some pirates that took hold of a ship. And the ship was full of these Luke Skywalkers, these pop figures here. And so I think that, like, there's not a lot of these. And so their value is, they're very valuable because of the pirates that took that over, you know? Wild. So that'll be up next. That'll be up next. And now let's pick a wiener. Let's see who wins the Darth Vader Funko Pop. Smokey Kenobi! Nice, dude. Well done, Smokey. Well done, Smokey. My man. You done good. You done good there, Kenobi. All right, let's do one more, guys. With one more giveaway today. And it is the very cool Luke Skywalker. That's like the Celebration exclusive that all the pirates took and held for ransom. Boom, same thing. And I'll tell you, this thing just looks awesome, bro. Like legit. Like the silver, you know, on the box, the black, the blue that's in there. You see how like the blue, it's catching like the blue light a little bit. Whoo! Celebration, you know. It's very clean. Very clean. Farm boy Luke. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Really cool, dude. And we only have 3 more, though. So we're going to give 1 away next week and then 1 away for the week of the finale as well. So continue to try your hand at it. Got about a minute left before we shut down the entrees. And then let me pull something else up I wanted to show you guys before we get into Q&A. By the way, happy birthday to Dave Filoni, man. One of my favorite Yinzers. Dave frickin' Filoni. Happy birthday. You've got about 40 seconds. You've got 40 seconds. I definitely wanted to show you that. No, not that. Not that. What the hell? Not that either. Oh, that's a Geekdom video I was about to watch, actually. Okay, you got about 10 seconds, guys. 10. 9. 5. And we're done. All right, let us see who gets this glorious Luke Skywalker Funko Pop. Let us see. Who will it be? A-Par. You love to see it. A-Par, congratulations, man. You're now the proud owner of Luke Skywalker Funko Pop thingy. Okay, let's get into the Q's and the A's, ladies and gentle beings. Oh, you know what, though? Before we do, I just want to show you this real quick-alike. Check this out right here. So I've been talking about it a little bit here, a little bit there. I have a new comic book series. Been working on it for some time. Character design, scripting, page, art, blah, blah, blah. This is the logo for the book. And it's also the logo for a organization that will be in the book. And I just think this is so damn cool, man. Like, this, you know, design and, you know, logos and branding and these kind of things are, like, really, really important to me. And it was really important that the design of the logo for this organization and a logo that it will become sort of synonymous with the book itself. Like, it's so important. And you know what else is really, really cool about this is if you watch the stream a lot, this is a man named Jacob Cactus, I believe is his name. And this is the guy that's done those edits, right? When we talked about Gore the God Butcher, he did some edits of Gore the God Butcher, adding the 10 drills and taking the nose off of his face. It's that same guy, dude. It's that same guy. And now he's helped create the logo for my comic. And, dude, I'm telling you right now, I am so excited for y'all to see this. I am so excited. Should be dropping sometime this year. We'll do a Kickstarter for it. It's going to be super fun. But, yeah, just wanted to show you that. Super cool. Super cool. Okay, let's get into the Q's and the A's. And, of course, thank you guys for the Super Chats and the support. It really does help me out, help keep the lights on over here at Nerd Ventures Tower. If you got something, got a point, got a question, got a concern, throw it on in as a Super Chat. You get a bunch of that juicy nerd coin back when you do. So thank you guys very much for the continued support. Matt Tracy, thanks you and welcome to the Nerd Ventures. You are a Nerd Venture now. Martin says, with a $10 holla, very generous, said, did Hayden Christensen lie to us about being in the Vader suit? No, I don't think he lied to us about being in the suit. I think he definitely had the suit on. And they've probably even shot stuff with him in the suit. But I think what you're referring to, Martin, is that the people that do the stunt work have basically come out and said that in most of, if not all of the sequences, it is not Hayden in the suit. It's other people. But, you know, on the other side of this, too, is that until we know for sure, it's hard to say, right? Because I was convinced that Mark Hamill shot nothing for young Luke Skywalker, like in Mando Season 2 and in Book of Boba Fett. But that turns out not to be the case, even though I believe most of what you see on the screen is created from that other actor and the deepfake stuff. They do shoot with Hamill, and I think they sort of use it as reference, or they use it for reference for the other actor or something like that. And so maybe that's what's going on with Hayden. It's really hard to say. But either way, this team that helps create Vader in the shows and Hayden himself are all returning and very likely to be used in the Ahsoka show as well, which I'm going to do a video on later today because I think it's really interesting. Mike Jokey Porter says, Miss Marvel is my jam. Wait a minute, what are you talking about? Is Miss Marvel out? Am I crazy? Is Miss Marvel out? Uh-oh. I feel like my chat needs... I can't see. There's no... What the fuck? What the fuck? I don't... No, it's way behind. We're way behind. Hang on, let me try to reset this. Where's my freaking... Oh, it's right here. That was funny. Okay, put that right there. Okay, here we go. Is it out? No. Maybe. The reviews are. Oh, the reviews are. Right, but how could Mike say it's his jam? Yeah, I don't think it's out. Mike, what are you talking about, bro? You haven't seen it. Just Stuff says, I'm zoinked. Again, Brody. Life's good. Hey, blink them if you got them. Inked Vader 81 with a vibe. Della Holla says, next 3 episodes of Kenobi will just be Mando fighting Reva. Gonna be fire. Best way to save show. Grogu. Oh, man. Is there another gas leak in the tower? Like, what is going on here? The real Jesse Lee Reed for the $5 holla says, 3rd episode, script, good. Acting, great. Direction, passable. Production design, garbage. The set designer and location scout should be fired. Yeah, it's just like a really uninspired location, right? I will say this, though. I think that, you know, I'm really underwhelmed with the Vader stuff in episode 3. But if because somebody pointed out to me that like the show has a budget of like $90 million, and I'm like, well, that's odd. Why wouldn't it have a much bigger budget if it's such a big deal for them? But let's say it's a $90 million budget. Then they're obviously saving a lot of that budget for stuff that is yet to come, including more Vader Kenobi fighting. And so I'll basically say this, like, if the second fight in Kenobi is, like, dope, and is the dope is dope, I'll forgive the episode 3 fighting. And, yeah, the production design, possibly budgetary constraints, I'm not sure. Roland says the Duffer Brothers should direct some Star Wars content. I think they'd be a pretty good fit for it. I also feel like they'd be good in one of these, like, kids shows, right? Like, because they're doing the... you know, the John Watts thing, the Skeleton Crew show, and then the Young Jedi Adventure show or whatever. Like, the Duffer Brothers would be a good fit for that because they mostly have worked with, like, young actors and sort of coming-of-age stories and things like that. So, yeah, I kind of agree. The real Jesse Lee Reed says, I predict a Grogu cameo in episode 4 or 5. I guess it's possible, huh? We didn't really talk about that, but I guess that is possible. I guess that, yeah, because of him perhaps being saved. You know what would be crazy? Like, what if at some point he's on Jabeam with these other Force sensitives, and then, like, you know, Vader tracks them down or, like, comes down to, like, ruin it, and then Grogu and maybe, like, Cal Kestis or some other people, like, bail out of there. Maybe we could see the story of how Grogu came to be just kind of, like, isolated and on his own. Through like the show or something like that. Like, that would be really cool. That'd be interesting. Dr. Zaz says The Boys season 3 first 3 episodes is better than Kenobi so far. Yeah, I would agree. But you know what? To be honest with you, I don't really love the first 3 episodes either. Like, there's some good stuff in there. Like, that show, man, like, there's stuff in there that I think is just so outlandish and so wild, and it doesn't need to be in there. But overall, the intrigue and the creation of those characters and the plots, like, I absolutely love the idea that this senator lady has been sort of, like, adopted by Stan Edgar. I love that, dude. I was like, that's intriguing. Homelander, like, losing it, but people loving him, and him, like, pushing it and, like, really being evil. Love it. The Deep's wife being weirdly into him eating the octopus. Like, there's a lot of weird, interesting, intriguing stuff going on in The Boys, but there's a lot of stuff that I don't love as well. So I would agree, Dr. Zaz, but both of them still have to be completed, you know what I mean? Diamond Joe with a $5 says, new rock stars put out a theory that the Grand Inquisitor is a clone. Thoughts? Take my money. Well, thank you so much for that. I really appreciate the support. Grand Inquisitor as a clone. I don't love it, bro. I'm going to be honest. I don't love it. I thought that cloning Force sensitives was very difficult. And also, if you can clone the Grand Inquisitor, why don't you just have a bunch of clones of the Grand Inquisitor? Like, why mess around with the fifth brother, the sisters, all of that? Like, why would you do that? Why not just have a bunch of Grand Inquisitors? If he's as badass as we think he is from Rebels, yeah. So I don't love that. And I think cloning Force sensitives is difficult, right? I think that's sort of... Because otherwise, like, it just gets a little wild. The Exodus says, picture it. Kenobi Season 2 is actually the Reva show, and we realized Kenobi Season 1 was just a launch pad for it. Suddenly, it all makes sense. I mean, that could well be the case, man. And again, I think that's just kind of... That's Lucasfilm probably just being out of touch, you know? Because I think, honestly, first of all, you don't even need to do a launch pad for a character like Reva. Reva, absent of what they're doing with her in Kenobi, and even with her own sort of motivations and ideas, is actually interesting. Like, I think there's a lot of intrigue to that kind of a character and to that kind of a story. But to inject it into the middle of the Kenobi show is kind of where I take a little bit of offense, where I'm like, dude, what? Like, that feels weird. And I know a lot of people are concerned about that, the Exodus. By the way, let me just say this. Let me put this out there into the internet. There's a lot of sort of confusion and debate about what's going to happen with Reva by the end of the show, right? And I don't want to get into leaks here, but I will just say the most recent leaks that are out there that say that they changed the ending of Kenobi, I don't know about that. Like, I don't know about that. Like, just being honest, I heard from somebody pretty reliable that they do not think that's true, and that the original ending will still be the ending. Right? So, take that for what it is. Detoxing for Life says, what's up with that gangsta yoked droid? Thoughts? Yeah, I've got a couple thoughts on that. I mean, my fanboy dream is that it's actually like a clone in there. You know what I mean? Like, I still think a lot of people are holding out hope that maybe it's a clone. And that maybe it's like Rex or, you know, or some clone that's helping the Resistance and whatnot. Or it's just a badass droid. Who knows for sure, you know? APA, member for 12 months, says, it's got to be a flashback episode. The Game of Thrones chick is going to ask, who the hell was that guy? Then Kenobi goes and explains who he was. Very possible, and I would not mind that shit, dude. Average Dune Enjoyer, again, welcome to the Nerd Vengers. Chris Andrews, again, welcome to the Nerd Vengers. Matt Tracy says with the $5 holla, says, glad to be a Nerd Venger, mainly because you're great and informative. Thanks for the genuine fun, entertainment, awesomeness. Hey, thank you so much, man. We're going to keep on keeping on over here, Matt. And welcome to the Nerd Vengers. You've taken your first step into a larger world. So congratulations. Detoxing for Life with a $5 holla says, what's the over-under on which training monologue we'll see? Rocky 3, one where he gets his ass kicked, or Rocky 4, one where Apollo dies? I'm going to go with Rocky 3. I'm going to go with Rocky 3. That's kind of the vibe that I'm feeling. You know what I mean? That's kind of the vibe I'm feeling. Roland New with a $2 holla says, somehow Palpatine returned. Yeah, maybe no explaining. Ooh. I mean, that's kind of a fair point. Do you know what I mean? Like, that's kind of a fair point. Still, I'm really hopeful they explain it. Derek Casagrande with a $10 holla. Very generous, brother. Thank you so much. Says, I feel like it was to let the despair set in. he established that he could monster truck Obi-Wan, and then he did that. Now he's letting both the pain linger and the fear build for the next encounter. Yeah, sure. I just don't see... Like, here's my hang-up on that. This is why I think the best explanation is that he sees that Kenobi got help, and he wants to destroy whoever is helping Kenobi, right? Because in your example, I still have a lot of trouble understanding why Vader wouldn't want all of that suffering to be done at his own hand. And the fact that Kenobi had evaded him for 10 years would suggest that, given the chance and opportunity, he would definitely not let him just leave in order to cause him further pain. Do you know what I mean? So, I'll be honest with you. I still have trouble making sense of it, even with what I think is the actual reason. But I'm hopeful that we get more of an explanation for it. Sebastian C., with a $50 million donation, thanks, man, says, will we see Vader versus Kenobi and multiple Jedi? Maybe Kenobi leads Vader to the Jedi refuge, and they have massive fight, 5 versus 1, Kestis, Quinlan, etc. I think that would be so damn cool. I do think you might get an open field battle with Vader, Inquisitors, maybe some other Force sensitives, hopefully some Jedi characters that have lightsabers. And maybe purge troopers and shit like that. Like, dude, like, that's what I'm hoping for. And again, like, if they only had a $90 million budget, like, then yeah, they've been saving a lot of that budget for something. And I hope it's something like that, dude, because Vader in the open field is awesome, bro. Like, if you remember Vader Down in that comic, I mean, he literally takes on, like, this whole army, dude. It's fucking awesome. So I want to see some stuff like that. Like, I'd really like to see Vader pushing it to the limit. So yeah, very hopeful for that. Thanks for the support, man. Han Solo, Han Shot First says, I'm a little disappointed in this series. Why do all former Jedi always have to be weak and cowardly? Darth can't jump? What the fuck? Nerd vengeance for life. Yeah, super uneven show for me as well. I don't think it's trash, but it's definitely not what I was expecting. And I'm really hopeful that the back half of the season is so good that we're all like, okay, yeah, there's some unevenness, but this is really, really cool. As for the question about the Jedi, I don't quite understand it myself. I do feel as though it's odd from a lore perspective that Kenobi is so focused on wanting to protect Luke. He's so interested in wanting to train Luke, and he has not kept up with his own training, which could really help for both of those motivating factors. Like, if Kenobi is really, really wanting to protect Luke, and he's really, really wanting to train Luke, would he not pick up the saber every once in a while? Like, I don't see why he buried the sabers in the first place. Now, from a storytelling perspective, I get it. It actually makes sense. Like, yeah, dude, take him from a broken place to a place where he becomes the character we recognize. That's totally fair. But again, you have to... This is sort of one of the things that's like, you got to kind of... I guess you have to decide for you personally. Will you reject the process of the writing because it's so triggering that it interferes with your idea of what a Jedi Master should be like or what Obi-Wan should be like? I think that's valid, actually, and fair. It reminds me more of, like, at the end of the day, why Lucasfilm needs to stop doing this. And by this, what I mean is going back to legacy characters. Stop it. Like, frankly, stop it. Because I think you're inevitably going to run into these different opinions, these different ideas, and these things. From the writing perspective, for the sake of the show, I actually do see why they did it. It doesn't bother me that much, but I do also understand, like, damn, like, it is a little tricky to, like, make sense of that. You know what I mean? The explanation, really, the only real explanation is he's that broken, dude. He is literally that broken. You know, and, you know, you just got to kind of, like, take it or leave it, I guess. The Exodus says, they still haven't explained how Reva knew that capturing Leia would lure Kenobi out. So failing to explain anything else would be no surprise to me. I think they actually do explain that, to be fair. She literally says that she found a connection to her father and Kenobi in the archives. That's what she says, right? So I don't actually agree with that point. And I'm very careful in these situations, man, because, like, you gotta, in my opinion, dude, you got to be honest about this stuff. You know what I mean? Like, if you want to be taken seriously, like, I think you got to be honest about this stuff. That one, to me, I've heard this over and over again from a ton of different people, and it's just flatly not true. It's like the weirdest hill to die on. Like, they literally wrote exposition to explain it. I'm not saying it's great, but you can't say that they don't explain it. They do explain it. PJ says, Josh, Grand Inquisitor comes back. Reva goes on the run and tries to redeem herself to Vader by still going after Kenobi. Thus, according to the leaks, what? Inquisitor comes back. Reva goes on the run, tries to redeem herself to Vader. Okay, that's kind of interesting. I don't know if that's actually the way that the leaks play out or not, but that wouldn't be the worst. That wouldn't be the worst. And again, I'd like that because there would be some struggle there. You know what I mean? Detox of Live says, you think Quinlan will be played by Danny Trejo? Oh, yeah, 100%. And I'm excited. Max Rouse, $20 holla. Very generous, man. Thank you so much. Says, Vader pushes Obi out of the fire when troopers show up because he wanted the kill to be private. Asked troopers to retrieve him so he could finish the job later in private. Lets him go for Obi's fear to swell up. Works for me. Okay, well, look, man, I'm glad it works for you. You know what I mean? That does not work for me at all. Like, that doesn't work for me. But if that is the way they go with it and it works for you, then fair play. You know what I mean? Fair play to you. But yeah, I really don't like that. Sozin's comment says, yo, super hyped for episode 4. Over under, we see Qui-Gon this episode talking to Kenobi. Shout out to all the Nerd Vengers. By the way, yeah, shout out to the Nerd Vengers, man. Is this the greatest online nerdy community that there ever was or will be? I think yes. Yeah, I don't know about Qui-Gon, man. I would love to see Qui-Gon in episode 4. I highly doubt he will be making an appearance, but I'm down. You know what I mean? Like, I'm down. That'd be cool. Mike House says, Horn is responsible for Luke changing the rules of the Jedi Order on connections. Horn and Cam had families. Voss and Ventress should be there. And Kenobi acknowledges their history. Perfect episode. That would be really cool, man. And yeah, that's true. He does affect the way Luke sees the Jedi Order. Pretty wild. There's a lot of juice there. Anytime some of these characters even get mentioned, my mind is like, whoa. And like, there's all sorts of possibilities. So I think that would be super, super cool. Thank you, Mike, for the 10th spot. Derek says, what if instead of getting yoked, Kenobi gets Zen instead? Remember what he said to Maul? Look what I have risen above. Calm/troll Kenobi is best. That is fair. Yeah, that is absolutely fair. Perhaps that's what it is. Yeah. I wouldn't be mad at that. You know what I mean? Like, any way that's going to take him to being a little bit more adept, to be able to stand on his own, to be able to fight. I really want him to fire up that lightsaber and get some shit done, bro. So, yeah, maybe instead of yoked, it's Zen. I'm with it. Austin says, I don't think Kenobi is strong enough in the Force yet to reach out to Qui-Gon. His connection is still too weak. P.S. Take my money. Yeah, that's probably fair. You know what I mean? Just being honest, like, that is probably fair. I'm not necessarily super pumped about that reality for the writing of the show, but yes, that is true. He seems to be very either weak with the Force or kind of closed off from the Force, right? Thor's Brown Eye, what a name, says, could see episode 4 being an Obi in Back to Tank episode, having the Qui-Gon mojo back breakthrough while in there. Focus more on Inquisitors in real time. Ooh, that would be interesting. So some flashback to stuff, huh? That could be kind of fun. Some flashback done. Okay, I'm into it. Henry says, give me pop, por favor. No, you got to win. You got to win the giveaway, bro. You got to have better luck. Sorry. The Pastor SSB says, hey, how do I become a Nerd Avenger? So if you're on a computer, there's a button next to subscribe. You can do it that way. Or if there should be a link in the description. Because if you're on mobile, it's like difficult for whatever reason. They make it weird. There, Jonas Gewald says nothing. And then we got one from Moosty here. Says, still laughing at yesterday's stream. There's blinkers in the vents and everyone's morbing out. I loved, bro. And can Matt take a blinker too? Oh yeah, dude, blink it up. Blinkers for days. And yeah, I had a good time. I had a good time on the stream yesterday, 100%, man. That was fun. For Cuscala, or for Cusuela, actually. I think is the way you're saying it, but I'm horrible, so I always say Forcuscula. Lopez says, don't know if I like Obi-Wan meeting Quinlan, Grogu, Cal. All those being alive to Obi makes it even weirder. How is Luke the last hope for the galaxy, or Leia eventually? I know that ship sailed a while ago, but still. Yeah, I think that's fair. I think that's fair, man. It could be like a loop that gets closed or whatever, but yeah, I guess that does kind of contradict with that line. But again, I always just kind of fall back to my sort of blanket answer for this is like, bro, they need to stop going back. They need to stop going back, man. Like, you know what I mean? Like little things like this, like it's going to add up to the point where we're going to get a place where it's like, well, why should we take the canon seriously if you do not, you know? Quantum Guy says, if episode 4 is done wrong, who do we blame first? If episode 4 is done wrong, who do we blame first? That's a tough one, man. Probably Kathy, ultimately. I mean, she is the leader of the ship. Darth Omnicron says, hashtag sell Star Wars. Oh, that'll probably never happen, brother. And unfortunately, like, if you're really mad about Kenobi, I think you're in the minority. You know, the show's doing great, and I think a lot of people love it. We'll see how people respond to the next few episodes and the ending, but it's one of these situations where it's landing with normies. It's landing big time with normies. So yeah, that's not going to happen. Ross says, watching interviews with Miss Marvel actor, and she knows her MCU/comics way more than most. Impressive. I will be the Den of Nerds Miss Marvel and report back on how the show goes. Oh, I'm going to watch the show. Maybe. I'll at least watch the first episode. But yeah, Ross, let me know how it is. Yeah, I think that girl is awesome, bro. Is it Iman? Is that her name? Yeah, she's apparently like a big time MCU sweaty, and I love it, dude. A lot of her stuff, like she came out and said that the MCU is not 616, it's 19999, which triggered the fuck out of me. But it shows she's a really hardcore fan. And then she said that she doesn't care what people say, that they did Black Bolt wrong, and they did him dirty in Multiverse of Madness. And so I was like, oh, well, that's kind of interesting. You know, she's vocal, she's opinionated. It's kind of fun. I think she's going to be a very fun add to the MCU overall. But at the end of the day, man, like, from what I'm hearing about this show, like, it's fine, but it is definitely just not made for folks like me. And in fact, Kevin Feige made comments recently about it and kind of said that he wants people that have never checked out a Marvel project before to maybe be interested in Miss Marvel, and then create a bridge through that show to the other MCU content, which I think is totally valid. Awesome strategy. Bob's your uncle. Also kind of him saying probably not for the more mature, hardcore Marvel fans. You see what I mean? So it's all good, though. Harris McGrady, 17-month as a Nerdventure at the Prime level, says, do you think they couldn't get Liam Neeson for Season 1 and they want Kenobi to reconnect with them spiritually? Partially, hence the expansion from a limited series to Season 2. No, I actually think you will get some Qui-Gon. I think you will get some Qui-Gon, man. I just don't know that it will be next episode. Let's see here. J Mike Gaming says, listening while playing an early round of golf. 2 months, Nerdvenge's faux life. Well, thanks, brother. I appreciate that. Hope the golf is going well. Hope the golfing's going well for you guys. Okay. Let's hang in the chat a little bit. Let's hang out in the chat. Me and Mike Porter going to push back on you every time, even if it sucks? Oh, well, I'm used to that by now. Are you talking about Miss Marvel? Oh, Sava has a flick off emoji, so must be upset. You'll be fine. You'll be fine, son. Episode 4 going to make or break the Obi-Wan Kenobi show? I don't know that I agree with that, actually. I think at this point, you got to let the whole show. Josh, can you please say Morbius is I can't even say it, dude. I know you're just trying to clip it out and be like, this man said... I can't. Can't do it. Can't do it. Who's my favorite clone? Probably Mark Zuckerberg. Reva is the armorer from Mandalorian. Interesting. Josh, are you doing Nerd Theory this week? I think so. I asked Theory last week about doing a makeup episode for Monday. He didn't really get back to me. You know what I mean? I assume we'll do a makeup Theory this week. I asked him about it last night, but he was sort of in the heat of dealing with his shit. So I assume we'll do a Nerd Theory this week as a makeup, but I'm not sure. I can't tell you for sure. Like last week, I was pretty sure it was going to happen, and it didn't. So I don't want to say like that we will. You know what I mean? We got to get some actual Hayden shots to the next 2 episodes, right? Why else bring him back? Yeah, so I do think you'll get a flashback with Hayden. I do. I don't know if it'll be this. I don't know if it'll be this episode, but I do think you'll get a flashback. Blake says, and very generous $20 holiday, man. Appreciate that. Says, I personally have no issues with the Kenobi series so far. Maybe a few gripes, but I'm very impressed, and it keeps me glued to the screen. I do wish we could see more Inquisitors, maybe even a show, the 2 from Fallen Order and Cal. Yeah, well, first of all, I appreciate the support, man. I'm glad you're liking the show. I do think there are a lot of opinions about the show. I don't think that you can sit back and say that it's being unanimously praised. And I think there are some people, like, there are some really reasonable folks out there, because there's like, there's your usual suspects that are probably going to be pretty negative on Star Wars and Disney stuff, like almost no matter what, right? Like, we know that's a reality. There's haters going to hate, as they say. But there are a few folks out there that are not just straight haters, that are pretty uneven on the show. And I think that that's kind of the reality as well. Hopefully, by the end of episodes 4, 5, and 6, there'll be a lot more. Like, I would love to be like, bro, Kenobi, shaky at times, but holy shit, absolutely incredible. You know what I mean? Like, I'd like to be able to say that, but I'm also not going to say that unless I actually feel that. Do you know what I mean? So I appreciate the support, and I'm glad you like the show, man. And I think a lot of people like the show, for sure. Josh versus Jared Leto, celebrity boxing match. Gotta see it. Dude, I would do that. I would totally do that. What do you think Jared Leto weighs? You know what I mean? And is he going to, like, get, like, blood sacrifices from his cult before he does it? Because we got to test him. You know what I mean? Watch party tonight? Oh, yeah, absolutely. We will do a watch party for Kenobi. 2:30 a.m., kind of like tomorrow, we'll be going. By the way, how many of y'all be playing, how many of you, the collective is called, how many you guys, I've been playing Marvel Snap. You know, I've been talking about Marvel Snap. We played a little bit here and there. You guys are super bad luck for me when I play, so I don't like to play it on stream anymore, but I will play it on stream later. Anybody playing Marvel Snap, man? Yeah. It's not out. Well, if you are on Android or you are on an emulator, there are ways to play. There are ways to get it, and there are ways to play it. That's all I'll say. We are not bad luck. Dude, I'm telling you. You guys are bad luck, bro. Give us one round of Snap. Aw, shit. Aw, shit. Should I play some Snap? Put a 1 into the chat if you want to see me play a game or two of Snap. You know, we could probably play a game or two. You know, at this point. I mean, you know. See if I can break the curse. Man, I love Marvel Snap, bro. I've been having so much fun. Oh, dude, yeah, I definitely want to play some Fortnite, too. I would love to do more gaming streaming and shit, man. I really would. I would. All right, cool. Let's play a couple games. Let's play a couple games. Get it set up. There's also really fun, like, leaks for Marvel Snap out there. I honestly like the game so much that I feel like making videos on it or like doing streams for it. Like, I'm just so busy right now. I don't want to start a Marvel Snap channel. You always say you want a game. I do, bro. I do. But you got to understand, like, look, I know we stream Monday mornings, Tuesday mornings, Wednesday afternoons with the members. Hey, what's up, Kalisto? I'll get into that in just 1 second. I appreciate it, though. Thursday morning, Friday morning. Usually a Nerd Theory Monday night that goes really, really long. And this Saturday, we're doing a watch party at 7. Like, dude, I do stream a lot. You know what I mean? And this stuff, like as much as I want to be able to like do these streams and chill, like bro, like I just, just busy. That's all. But hopefully we'll get some more of that going on soon. I'm firing up Snap right now, but like I'm stuck on the loading screen, so I'm not really sure what the hell's going on. Might have to reset it. You could stream more beta. Oh, thanks. Kalisto with a $20 holla, so generous. Thanks. Says, hey Josh, only here for a minute, but wanted to say hi to you and the Nerd Avengers, and looking forward to hanging out with y'all for the Kenobi watch party. Much love right back at you, Kalisto. I appreciate you. Always good to see you in the tower. Always good to see you in the tower. All right. Let's get to snapping, dog. I should just do it. I should just do a Marvel Snap stream. Get it set up and just do it, man. Game's so cool. Game's so freaking cool, man. I like the game so much, bro. Okay, so let me put that there. Okay, let's break the curse. You guys ready? You guys ready? Let's break the curse, huh? Okay, so I actually I made another deck last night, but I think my first deck is the most meta. I think it's the best one. By the way, they reset everybody down to 10 last night. You know what I mean? All right, let's go. Let's go. Let's break the curse. Let's break the curse! Dude, my hair is so fucking wild right now. Like, I honestly couldn't even tell you what the hell is going on there. Okay, here we go. Oh, by the way, look at this cool art I have on Spectrum here. Look at this. Reminds me of like Steven Universe. I got that as an alt art. Okay, when you play a card here, shuffle 3 rocks into your deck. Well, I don't like that. So I'm going to play a Yondu to discard one of his cards. Hopefully we get a juicy one. Oh, we got his Enchantress. Get fucked, bro. Let's snap on him. Hello. I am confident. Let's be toxic as fuck. Ready? I am confident. One more, just to really drive home the toxicity. I am confident. Okay, here we go. Turn 2. Shuffle 5 rocks in everybody's deck. Well, that's terrible. All right, I'm going to play Cable over here to draw one of his cards. We've now taken 2 cards out of his deck, and I like that. I like that. He conceded! Let's go! Yeah. See, dude, he couldn't handle it. He couldn't handle it. He couldn't handle the, how confident I was. You know what I mean? He couldn't handle how confident I was, man. You know, sometimes you just got to be confident AF. All right, let's play another one. Let's see what we got. Ooh, we completed some missions. Okay. Dope. Blake says, I am confident. Nice, bro. Okay, here we go. Boom. Boom shakalaka. Let's get it. Are we going to break the curse today? We might. Let's break it, huh? Jerome is this man's name. Ooh, Scarlet Witch in the opening hand. That's pretty sick. Wow, dude, I like that. Okay. Bruh. I love it. Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. I'll play a Yondu in the mid lane, and I'll play a Quicksilver over here. So one of my sort of closing moves here is with Professor Xavier. And I actually think Spectrum's not supposed to be in there. That was for a challenge. I just put her in the deck. But she's pretty good. But one of my closers here is Professor X. When I play Professor X, it locks down a location. Okay? So I like to spread out. I like to see where my opponent goes. And then, you know, on turn 5, I can close something up with a Professor Xavier. Okay, so I like this. At the end of turn 5, give all cards here +2 power. That's pretty chill. That's pretty chill. Also, I'm quite confused by this guy because he played Medusa over here. Medusa gets +2 if you play her in the middle lane. So I'm like, what is going on here? In fact, I am confident. You know? Boom. Let's hit him again. I am confident. Oh, yeah, John Johnson, right on time. Okay, let's play Ant-Man here. And I'm actually going to hold back on the Scarlet Witch. I want to see what's going on with this third location. Ooh, okay. Okay. So we actually, it was really good we didn't play in the mid lane because Rocket would have got some. Shovel 5, fucking what? Okay, so I'm actually going to play the Scarlet Witch in the middle lane. She will change this location. And I think he's going to stack here. I could still go for the both side lanes. So I'm actually going to change that location. I'm going to hope that he goes heavy here. I'm going to change the location so he can't get his +2. Again, what is he doing? Like, Wolfsbane is a card you play. Oh, because... What? Okay, so this is crazy. So I just made, with Scarlet Witch, change this into the Sinister London. And when you play here, it puts a copy of another card at a different location. That's actually brilliant for us because he screwed up his Wolfsbane. Now he has a copy Wolfsbane over here that's not very strong. So I will play Kazar here and get another Kazar. Kazar has an ongoing effect that buffs my 1-drops, which all of these are. Getting 2 Kazars. Oh no! He just Scarlet Witch that same location! Oh no! Oh, touche, sir. And a very cool Scarlet Witch alt art as well. Damn, dog. I really wanted that second. I really wanted that second Kazar. I am salty. Okay, let's stack this location. And let's see what happens. We're a little spread out here. This one's going to be interesting. This is going to be interesting. If this guy loses, it is his fault. He is not playing super well. And yet, because of the weirdness of this, he's holding strong here. Okay. Okay, this is what I think the move is. The move is putting Spectrum in the mid to try to take the mid. And she will buff all these other things. This is tough. He might have this one, actually. But I think the move is... You know, I kind of fucked up by not having Ant-Man be... Let me think about this. What's Mantis do again? Ongoing cards +2. So we'd get +2 here, +2 there. And a 4. Nah, I don't think that's it. So as weird as it seems, actually... Yeah, I got to go in the mid lane. I'm actually not feeling... There needs to be one where I'm not confident. I think we might get this, actually. Oh, there's 7 turns. Bro, I think we got him. I forgot there were 7 turns. I think we got him. I think we fucking got him. Okay, so... We play Angela here. And we play Mantis here. And I think we got him. Boom, shagalaka. I'm the #1 Chief Raka. And that is an 8-cube win because he was snapping the whole way. Imagine playing like shit and snapping the whole way. Incredible. Incredible stuff. Like I said, You guys are good luck. And much love. I was confident, you know what I mean? Okay, fine. One more and then I'm out. One more and I'm out. Ooh, little upgrade here. Ooh. Aw, shit, fam. We got a mystery card. Okay, listen. If you guys want to be real chill and to really be good luck, I need either Carnage or Venom. For the deck I want to build, I need Carnage or Venom. And so put your energies towards Carnage or Venom, and I will love you forever. Okay? No! Another record! No! Damn, man. What are these, like, the most rare cards to get? That's some bullshit. Dang. Okay, one more and then we're out, okay? One more. I wasn't confident enough. You're right. Ooh, Saul. Okay, we'll play this dude. Better call Saul. Hello. I am confident. See what we got here. First location. Oh, that sucks. All right, I'm just going to drop Quicksilver in the middle and see what happens. Wasn't confident enough. Hey, thanks, Blake. Yeah, I'm on blue stacks right now. Yep. I'm on blue stacks. Oh, okay, there's Professor Xavier. He is so damn good. Lock down this location. Cards can't be added, removed, or destroyed. Boom, let's snap on him. I am confident. Ha 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 ha. Cards can't be played here. Amazing. We already have 2 spot in there. I'm going to drop Nightcrawler here and probably move him over, to be honest. So, if he had a Uatu in his opening hand, like, dude, this is not good move, man. This guy's not playing well. Okay, that makes a little more sense. Cards played here. Interesting. I'm going to move Nightcrawler over. And I'm going to put Punisher there. Wow, he is really going for it. I hope his card gets destroyed. Wolfsbane, come on, blow him up. Yeah, Danger Room, blap, blap. Fuck. I guess we need Kazar here, huh? I can't afford to not, because Kazar's going to buff like all my 1-drop stuff. Ooh, that's interesting. Oh, dude. How unlucky for this freaking guy, dude. So he's got -2 on his power here. Okay, so we're going to try something crazy. We'll try to prof here. And hopefully he doesn't play anything here. Oh, he did. Okay. What is it? What is it? What is it? Oh, that sucks for us. That is legit buttholes for us. That is unfortunate. But I fail to see what he could actually play over here that would give him the victory. I mean, I suppose... What does he got? 4 here. He can Iron Man it, make it 8. He can maybe do like a Odin, get to 12. He doesn't have any other ongoings. I still think we got this, bro. Like, I still feel like we got this. Odin. Okay. So that'll take him to 12. Yeah. Money all day. All day. Let's go. Cool. All right, cool. Yeah, Marvel Snap is awesome. If you can play it, go play it. If you cannot, when you can, you should. It's really, really fun, man. Really, really fun game, like I said. Okay, everybody. Much love to you all. Thanks for the love. Thanks for the support. Thanks for the good luck. I'll see you guys later tonight. Kenobi watch party. Maybe it'll live up to all of my absurd expectations and I'll sing its praises from the mountaintops. Or maybe something else will happen. As I always say, I hope you're having an awesome and nerdy day, and I'll see you in the next video. Is everybody gone? Did everybody leave? I am literally playing Marvel Snap again right now. Can't stop. Can't stop, won't stop. It's the den of Marvel Snap now. I think we're going to have a lot of fun tonight, man. That watch party is going to be sick. Either way, we always have fun. We make our own great time in this world. Much love to you all. I hope you go on to have a glorious day. And I'll see you back in the tower for the watch party later tonight. Ta-ta.